Wayzata senior Ruby Stauber is reigning state champion in the 800-meter run and ranked second nationally in that event for high school runners. Jason Melillo profiles Stauber in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Wayzata girls track assistant coach Dave Emmons says Ruby Stauber has a predatory instinct when it comes to racing.
Just watch her in the 4x4s, you know, she'll get the baton and just eat people alive.
Stauber is now one of the fastest high school runners in the country in the 800 meter, but the 400 meter was her first love. Stauber won 2 section titles in the 400, but following a soccer injury that shortened her sophomore track season, she came to realize just how good she could be as a half miler.
In the beginning, I didn't really try, I didn't like it, but then went to a regional meet in Nebraska, and I won and ran 2:16, and I was like, well, I could be good at this. And so then I went to nationals and got second and ran 2:11, and I didn't really, my season was 3 months long, I didn't really train for it. So I was kind of like, oh, I think if I put my focus in the track, I can get better and get faster.
She was able to evolve out of the 400 long sprinter as a great middle distance runner. And then also she's turned herself into, hey, I got this distance running mentality now, and that's really cool to see, you know, over 4 years.
Like any athlete striving to be elite, Stauber trains hard. She also has a great support network led by her mom, Allison Stauber Coffey. Stauber Coffey ran track at Armstrong High School and later for the Gophers. Allison's knowledge has been invaluable in Ruby's development.
She's actually the one who talks to me strategy the most. Dave's pretty hands-off about that. He doesn't really tell me a whole lot with my races. So my mom, she's run a lot of 800, so she kind of helps me through. And something last year that helped me, she always tells me 3 quick steps at 400, because that's the second lap is when a lot of people tend to slow down. So she's kind of helped me with that, and that helped me a lot last year, especially at the state meet, second lap. And I think this year I need to get out harder. I'm going to run faster at the end of the year. I need to push myself more, so she's kind of helped me mentally get there to push myself more.
I think a lot of it is just learning from my mistakes. I mean, things that I, executing race plans that maybe I could have done better. And just being around the sport for so long, I just think that there's just little things, if you do little things right, it can make a huge difference in your race. I mean, one of the things, I kind of knew last year she was going to be alone a lot of the time, so we really worked on, you tend to slow down in your third 200 of an 800, and so we really worked on running that 200 really fast.
Ruby also gets guidance from her father, Rob Stauber. Rob starred for the Gophers in the late 1980s and became the first goalie to ever win the Hobie Baker. He went on to play 13 years of professional hockey.
He's kind of quiet, and I'm more quiet too, but he's super competitive, and he has the strongest mind of anyone I know. He's battled a lot, and I think why he was so good was he was so competitive in his mind. He wasn't going to let anyone beat him, and so he's definitely helped me a lot with my mental side, and getting pumped up for races, kind of like you talked about earlier, kind of like racing by yourself. And so he's helped me. He's always pretend like someone's chasing you or someone's ahead of you.
My belief is I don't care what sport it is, it all starts in the mind and ends in the mind, and it's what you tell yourself day in and day out, it's how you prepare. It's how you basically use your best asset, which is your mind, to your advantage.
Stauber broke a 29-year-old record in the 800 at last year's state meet, and she'll be the odds-on favorite to win that title again this June. After that, she'll embark on a busy club track season for the summer before heading to Louisiana State University on a track scholarship.
The people were awesome down there. Just people come up to you and say hi and help you with everything. The girls on the team are great. They have a 202 girl there now. She's a junior, so awesome to train with, and the coach is unbelievable. He's been in the Olympics twice in 800, and I went there. My mom and my dad both were with me, and I was at my USC visit the next weekend, and I wasn't loving it, and I was sitting there talking to my dad about it, and I talked about what I liked at LSU and what was different about USC and why I didn't like it, and he goes, well, I think you made your decision. So they definitely helped me a lot, and I have a lot of confidence in the team down there and the coaching staff, and I think I'll be pushed and they'll help me develop.
There's of course no way to know how far Ruby Stauber will go. Can she win college titles, international titles, make an Olympic team? Who knows? Ruby is dedicated to her sport, and she's tough and smart, and that could carry her a long way. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
Ruby also played soccer at Wayzata and led the team in goals her junior year. She skipped her senior season to concentrate on track and make her college visits. Stauber and her Trojans teammates will compete at the Section 6AA track and field meet May 31st and June 2nd at Hamline University. Jay talks lacrosse with the Armstrong boys when we return.